Check this out, guys. This is a brand new BYD Tang DM-i and it's set to elevate the plug-in hybrid driving experience.
More on that later. For now, if you like what you're seeing, or even these kinds of reviews, why not hit subscribe and hit the bell?
What a car! What a car this thing! So as you're gonna be seeing here with the BYD Tang DM-i, it just looks really stylish. So basically, like the Tang EV, what you have is a very curvaceous look, which in this case, being the DM-i version or the plug-in hybrid version, you have a larger mesh grille. Now, if you get this car's gray paint, you're gonna be seeing na this comes with a lot of gloss black surfaces, or rather gloss black trims, which really adds to the car's very sporty looks, and that is augmented as well by these nice black 20-inch wheels. Now, moving towards the side of this car, as you're gonna be seeing as well, you have these lovely swoopy curves, which for me in particular, this is my favorite design piece, yung kanyang floating D-pillar. And then, as we move towards the rear end of the Tang DM-i, so you have here your full with LED taillights with of course a swooping LED turn signal design. And yeah, in terms of the overall design, I think personally for me, the BYD Tang is one of their most distinct models, whether it's this DM-i version or its pure electric counterpart. But anyway, with that in mind, I think this is a good time for us to hop inside this Tang DM-i to see what else this car has to offer. Being the current flagship of their DM-i plug-in hybrid lineup, the interior is very luxurious. You have plenty of soft touch materials. In fact, this part here is even made out of leather. Kaya, yeah, compared to a 2.2 million peso ladder frame SUV, napakalayo guys. Ang sobrang layo ng luxury feel nitong kotseng ito. And that is also augmented by plenty of nice materials all across the interior and even here in the quilted leather seats. You do have a lot of gloss black here sa kanang upper dash, though in the grand scheme of things, wala ka masyadong gloss black stuff, at least in the high-touch surfaces. Because here in the center console, as you're gonna be seeing, yung mga physical controls here are finished in matte silver textures, which will age much better compared to the gloss black stuff. Now, as for the tech features, what you have is a large 15.6-inch touchscreen, which if you've driven a lot of BYDs as of late, this is actually a different software because sa home screen pa lang, you have this nice wallpaper along with nicer graphics and a sharper display in general. Also worth mentioning is that, yun nga lang, call me weird guys, but why do we have here a day and night mirror at hindi an auto-dimming mirror? But day and night mirror aside, you also have plenty of ambient LED lighting inside the car along with a very nice 10-speaker Dyne audio system. So, this car basically rivals vehicles like the Mazda CX-8 to a certain degree at least, or even the ladder frame, body-on-frame vehicles like the Toyota Fortuner, the Mitsubishi Montero Sport. Though I mean they're not rivals per se in terms of the body style, but in terms of pricing, BYD actually wants to capture some of those buyers who would usually opt for a diesel truck-based SUV and instead go for this more luxurious Tang DM-i. Now, as for the rear seats, admittedly nga lang, we only have 1.5 hours with this car, so I won't be able to demonstrate that for you, but rest assured, the second row is very spacious. So what you have, there are 2 USB fast charging ports, along with, of course, your own climate vents. There's also a third row being a mid-size SUV, pero again, no time to sit there at the back, but yeah, best leave those third row for kids. Anyway, with that in mind, let's talk about the car's trunk space, which is actually pretty good. Being a crossover SUV, of course, you have a very flat floor, but we're gonna be reserving most of the practicality stuff sa kanyang full review. And so, with that in mind, let us now talk about the car's drivetrain as well as the car's driving experience.
So as the current flagship of the BYD DM-i range, what you get here for the first time is a 1.5-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder gas engine. Combined with the car's electric motor, it has a total system output of 271 horsepower and 315 Newton meters of torque. That is all sent to the car's front wheels via a planetary gear type ECVT. Of course, as with every BYD, what you get is a lithium iron phosphate battery with a 21.5 kWh battery size. That's good for 110 km per electric range, along with a massive total combined range of more than 1,100 kilometers. Now dahil medyo malaking kanyang battery size, this is so far one of the only two BYD plug-in hybrids that supports DC fast charging capabilities. In this case, with its maximum charge rate of 40 kilowatts, a 30 to 80% charge is good for just 30 minutes. Now with all of these specs and details out of the way, what's the BYD Tang DM-i like on the open road?
Now, as for the driving experience of the BYD Tang DM-i, well, being BYD's most premium SUV, whether plug-in hybrid or electric, you can pretty much expect this car to be very refined, very premium in the driving feel, and that is pretty much what I am feeling whenever I'm driving this car right now. Because, in the first place, the DMI system is electric dominant, and so add to that the copious amounts of sound insulation, the very nice damping with the suspension, and the car's highly rigid chassis, this feels much like a premium car. Compared lalo to a body-on-frame, diesel pickup-based SUV, ang sobrang layo ng refinement advantage ng Tang DM-i. Yeah, it's a really quiet car based on my first impressions. It's a pleasant driving experience, though as you would expect, being a car na, well, in terms of the driving feel, na is really focused on delivering a comfortable driving experience, well, it is not a sporty car. Don't get me wrong, not sporty doesn't mean not pleasant because, again, if comfort is what you're after in the first place, well, this feels far more premium. The suspension damping is really good, the quietness is unparalleled, the steering is light as you would expect, responsive as well, yes, but precision-wise, yeah, it's kind of precise, but yeah, it's really a car that is mostly meant for comfort-oriented cruising rather than driving this car enthusiastically in an athletic manner through the twisties. Now, as for fuel efficiency, well, that is something we can't comment at the moment because we've been driving this car around Nuvali sa closed section na ito, which is very small in the first place and will yield fuel economy results which isn't reflective of real-world driving rin naman, but I am confident naman na, as with other BYD DMI models, this will surely be just as efficient. Oh, and speaking of which, there's a long straight here. Let's check out the power delivery of this car. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it took a lot of provocation from the car's throttle pedal for the engine to kick in. Again, BYD's DMI system is predominantly electric in the first place. So unlike in a Toyota system or a Honda system, the gas engine won't kick in immediately, which perfectly suits a premium SUV like this Tang DM-i. That's it for now here with the BYD Tang DM-i. We can't wait to take this car on a full review and live with this car for about a week. And so therefore, just stick to Go Flat Out PH for more car news, car reviews, and even car culture content.